Hello, you Germans.
Pump up the jam, pump it up while your feet are stumping, and the jam is pumping. Look at the.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pump Up the Jam. I am still Lee Witney, and joining us this week, we've tried looking for a more iconic duo than Serena Wiegman and Burner Boy, but we can't find them. So you're stuck with Richard Buckby and Alan Taylor. Gentlemen, how are you?
Yeah, mate, I'm all good. How are you? Recovered from the Lionesses win and Tuesday?
No, not at all. I've watched that penalty shootout about 10 times, I think, just to make sure it actually happened. So
I still haven't got over your jig when Chloe Kelly scored the winner. If anyone hasn't seen it, it is available on X. And I think I'm more Burner Boy than Serena Wiegman, but that's just my opinion.
Alan's got the glasses for Serena Wiegman, I guess.
Exactly. And the looks.
Thank you.
But yeah, that jig, I think I said to you, if I'd known I was being recorded, I might have tried to have breathed in a little bit more because it wasn't very flattering, but what the hell.
No, then I saw a tsunami warning out on the news the other day. Was that connected, that event, or not?
Fortunately not, no. Fortunately not. No, I haven't been near a swimming pool in a while, so... But, if you can't celebrate England retaining a trophy on penalties, when can you celebrate?
No, absolutely. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, good to see the club was open for the final as well, which is really positive. And it was packed from I couldn't make it, but it was packed from what I saw on social media, so that's really good.
Yeah, there's quite a few people there. Quite a few people that I've not seen before, so it's always good to have new faces down there and just getting involved in a club.
Yeah. So shall we? Yeah.
Inspirationally, yeah.
So moving very quickly on, it's a bit of a free roll this week. There's no guest lined up, so you're stuck with us three, unfortunately. So just have a look at pre-season for the men's and women's. Obviously, the men played their final pre-season game on Tuesday, I believe it was, against Canvey. You two were there. I was at Buckingham Palace. So just talk to us about that. How was it?
Go on now.
Yeah, you missed an absolute banger of a game, mate. Peter Taylor attacking football to the max.
I have heard he's an attacking manager. He's not defensive at all.
No.
Not much. No.
It was difficult to watch, really, wasn't it, Rich? It was just almost like defence versus attack at times.
Yeah, it wasn't the spectacle. And to be fair, the playing surface was not conducive to a good game of football either. No disrespect to Canvey, but their pitch is certainly. It looks like it's been for a season already. It was a polite on at least one side anyway. But yeah, it wasn't the spectacle. But Kev got more minutes into the lads' legs, and for me, it looked like we saw the team almost, or the shape of the team that probably is going to start on Saturday, which was good. Kev's been quite open. He doesn't really care about pre-season in terms of results. It's more about fitness minutes and the lads getting used to one another. So yeah, we created a few more chances, I think, and probably what we have in previous games, built on sort of the hashtag game, I think, which was the last game before this one, I think. So yeah, there were some patterns of play developing. The boys look really sharp, to be fair. They look, fit as a fiddle, bar the injuries we're carrying. So yeah, it was an okay way to finish, I suppose. And I'm sure the lads are just raring to go now for a bit of competitive football, which always brings a different dimension, doesn't it? So roll on Saturday, I think.
Exactly. I think what we can take from the game on Tuesday is that we've got a new signing.
Yeah, a returning signing, which means, Lee, you don't have to get your gloves out or your boots.
I still might. If I have a really bad goalkeeping crisis.
Walking football's available down the hill, though.
For me.
Yeah, true. But yeah, Tommy was announced at half time, and obviously we saw Tommy at Elliott's testimonial, which was another good day. When was that? 2 weeks ago now. And then yeah, just coincides with him joining. I hadn't appreciated he was without a club at the time of the testimonial. But Mitch and Kevin obviously caught wind of that as well and didn't hesitate, as far as I can understand, to get his signature. So I think we can say we've probably got two of the best, if not the best, goalkeepers in the league. It's going to be interesting. It's like, I don't know, who's going to play? Is one going to play cup games? One going to play league games? You know, you see clubs do that these days, but I'm sure they'll both be competing for the number one shirt, as it were. So, yeah, really good to see Tommy back, and yeah, it's good to see.
Yeah, I was going to say
the Ginger Club. Oh.
I was going to say, you've obviously got two of the best goalkeepers in the league at one club, and obviously only one of them can play. So, like you say, it will be interesting to see how that's managed. I think I said before with Jamie, obviously Jamie Grossart, who was with us last season, I'd have kept him and put him on contract and then sent him out on loan and just had sort of like a contingency plan in place almost. You know, if touch wood, nothing does happen to Elliot, but if anything does in terms of injuries or suspension, then you've got that cover there. And we've obviously now got that with Tommy, but I think Tommy's, knowing Tommy, he'll want to play. He won't, you know, with the best one in the world, he's not going to come and want to sit on the bench, and no self-respecting professional would, I guess. Yeah,
I know, knowing Tommy like I do, I bet he fancies his chances of, you know, getting hold of that shirt and keeping the shirt. So I suppose healthy competition is good, but as you say, Lee, it'd be interesting to see how it pans out. And yeah, we definitely, you won't get a better number two either way. You know, whoever plays, I don't think you'll get a better number two in this league. So yeah, another good problem for Kev to have. I think he's got that problem all over the pitch. So
yeah.
I don't think I want to be Kev picking that 11, because me and Al were talking about actually in our carpool karaoke session on the way back from Canby the other night. I can't work
Kenny
out.
Rogers and Dolly Parton.
Close. I can't. Yeah, I can't work out Kev's starting 11 and trying to get all of the, you know, the big names and the others that were with us last season into that starting 11. So yeah, I'm more looking forward to seeing what the team is and how it's going to shape up, I think, because yeah, some difficult headaches or difficult decisions in there that will be giving Kev a headache, I would have thought.
Do you think
I think even with them headaches, though, sorry, Lee, with those headaches, you look at the options, whoever we're going to start, you look at the bench and players they can bring on. Like on Tuesday, brought on Freddie Shears and Hooper. I mean, that ain't a bad front two really to bring on, is it? If you're in trouble.
Do you think it points to Kevin wanting to go for it on all fronts? League, cups.
Yeah, I think so.
You can obviously rotate, can't you, and sort of drop players in and out. So
yeah, no, I think you're probably right, Lee. I think when Kev did the Q&A session, I don't know, when was that, a month and a half ago now, something like that. He was pretty open. You know, he wants to compete everywhere in all facets and all corners. So he's definitely built a squad for that. And you know, he's out with I suppose his job's a little bit easier because he's unfortunately missing a couple of players. I think, you know, Ollie Fraser's out for a while, and this is a couple of months away, I think, or you know, maybe 6 weeks. Terrell has obviously been struggling with a dodgy shoulder, I think, having watched his TikTok. So yeah, I suppose it's an easier decision, but still a hard one, because I don't know how he's going to pick, but definitely he's got a side there or a squad there capable of, you know, competing in 3 competitions at least, I would have thought.
It's nicer problems to have, isn't it, for sure?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, compare that to Canby. No disrespect to Canby, and you know, I had a good chat with Ryan.
You've said that twice now, so there might be a little bit of disrespect creeping in. But.
No, I just look at who they've signed, and I really fear for them. You know, that league is a tough league, the Ishmael Prem, and some of their boys, you know, were sort of mid-table, bottom half of the Ishmael North last year. But you know, good luck to them. They'll certainly be setting up to not concede many. Just not sure how many they'll get at the other end either. But yeah, good luck. You know, I've got some good friends here. Ryan Haney's a good friend of mine, so you know, I want him to do well, but he's definitely got his work cut out there, I think.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they go, like you say, especially with there being so many people that we know from Malden sort of going across and stepping up a league as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, shall we actually start talking about some of the cup competitions? Because we've got a cup game on Saturday.
Go for it.
Yes. For our first,
FA
so
His fence.
I'll go with the stats first, if you like. So this will be our first ever meeting with Buckhurst Hill. The two sides have never met competitively since either club formed. Obviously, we were a bit later than them. So, and they've got some players that used to play for us as well, I think. The name escapes me, but they've at least got one player up front that used to play for us. So, how do you think it's going to pan out the weekend?
It's a difficult game, really, to call. I think we'll get through, hopefully, touch wood. But it depends on if everything comes together from the pre-season.
Yeah,
I think it was a bit frustrating on Tuesday with Canterbury banking up and defending quite deep at times. But you don't know what Buckhurst Hill are going to do, if they're going to come out and try to attack us. If they do that, it's definitely going to open them up to our counter-attacking abilities and being able to get in behind them. So watch his space.
Yeah, Tony Martin was a name I couldn't remember. He played for us a few years ago. But I don't like the season starting with cup games because we got burnt by this last year, for those that haven't forgotten. And that team then went on to win the league and they're now in our league. So, yeah.
You're welcome, Jerry.
Yeah. That's not Jerry Springer either. But it's always hard starting with a cup game, especially the FA Cup. We know, we've seen what can happen in the FA Cup from what we've achieved ourselves over the years. So I'm sure Buckhurst still will see it as a free hit. They've got nothing to lose, right? So, and I think, I could be wrong on this, but I think they've already started their league campaign, I think.
Yeah, 4 points in 2 games. I've just had a look.
Cheers.
So they're unbeaten in their opening 2.
Yeah, which when you've played competitive football and we haven't, I do think that makes a bit of a difference, regardless of the difference in quality, on paper anyway. So the boys are definitely going to have to be at it. And it's never, as I say, I've never liked our first game being a cup game either. We've had it a couple of times. So, but we're at home, right? So we shouldn't fear anybody.
Exactly. The home of football in the Essex Riviera. Thanks, Lee. Sorry about that.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah, even after you two last been in there's been a fair few other improvements. We've now got the disabled field, which is really good. We've got Ping Tong Thai, I believe is the actual name of the van that's
some
there.
Context to that, Al, I think.
Yeah, so there's a new food truck that's been moved in. So we've got rid of the Blue Murder van and far corner.
Oh.
And now we've got a nice new Thai food. I think it's going to be Thai food anyway, as it says on the tin. Brought in, it's just going to be in front or behind the stand as you walk in, next to the new gazebo area they're putting.
Okay.
So,
yes.
Yeah, you were right, Al. Whether they're going to rebrand it, but that's definitely the brand that was on it when it got craned in. I did see the crane in the car park the other day. But yeah, another statement of intent, I guess, from the owners. They've transformed it really. That area over the summer has been completely transformed. So looking forward to seeing it jam-packed on Saturday. If you haven't bought your tickets yet, go and buy them online. They are available now. You can pay on the turnstile if you want. But it'd be a long time coming. The pre-season feels like it's gone on for ages. Although I don't feel like I've had a break from football.
You can't leave your season tickets on Saturday, so
yes, good shout out. Yeah, season tickets are not applicable on Saturday.
Things have to pay as well.
And was that kids?
Yeah.
So Lee, prediction for Saturday?
Well, I got it wrong on Sunday because I thought Spain would win.
I asked you the night before. I said, "Are we going to do it?" And you was like, "No, don't think so."
Yeah, no, I wasn't
such
confident.
a pessimist, didn't you?
Massively, yeah. But my view is, if I expect the worst, it can only get better, right? I can't be.
There's a song in there, isn't there? Can you sing that?
Maybe if you maybe if we get some like paid subscribers or something. We were talking about Patreon just before we started this, so maybe that will be a first little Patreon snippet.
I'm pleased you said Patreon.
That's also available as well if anyone wants to know the link. I will go 2-0 Malden, but that's to take a leaf out of your book. That's no disrespect to Buckhurst Hill. I think that, like you say, they've started their league season. They're unbeaten, so they've got their eye and they've got their match sharpness. So we will really have to be on it to make sure we don't slip up like we did last year, because obviously we played Stanway away last year and drew, and then they turned us over at our place. So we need to be on it from minute one, because as we've said before, we're going to be everyone's cup final. We've got a huge target on our back because of everything that's gone on. So the boys need to be switched on from the get-go on Saturday for sure.
And we'll hold you accountable if we lose, because you've just jinxed us. But Al, you now going to sit on the fence?
Straight in there, home win. That's what you're getting.
Oh, home win's like,
win.
It's like the old Paul
I'm going
days.
home win.
Lee, you're old enough to remember, but that guy that used to do the score announcing,
The classifieds, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, unreal. I feel nostalgic now. I'm going 3-1. I'm going 3-1. Although I'll just caveat that, I think if we score early, I think it'll be 5-0. But yeah, I'm going 3-1. I think Tev will score. Hopefully, I'm confident. Nervous but confident.
Yeah, it's like you say, it's a tough one, isn't it? Especially with us not actually having played any competitive football.
Yeah,
but I guess that's the price you pay for not finishing high enough in the league to go through to the even the preliminary round. This is the extra
prelim. Yeah, this is the extra prelim. So I think we've got to win 5 games to get to the first round. I think I was looking at it earlier. I'm sure it's 5 games. So, and they come thick and fast. So whoever wins on Saturday goes to Hadley. Is it Hadley? I'm sure it's Hadley.
Yeah, it's Hadley.
On the 16th, that's not the Suffolk Hadley, that's Hadley, Ley, not Leigh, and they're based in Barnet. So whoever wins on Saturday or in a replay, if it goes that far, because I think replays are back this year. I think
would be Tuesday, I guess, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's only when you get to the 3rd round, I think replays, or first round replays disappear. So the winner goes to Hadley on the 16th of August. And whoever wins that, the next round is the 30th of August. So they split 2 weeks apart. So 30th of August is a special day in my life. If you didn't know, you should know. I turned 29, Lee, but it's all right. Obviously, you've not bought my card yet.
No, it is in the post.
Yeah,
I'll send it
I'm sure.
Just in case, yeah.
Surprised you didn't get Ferraris to deliver it.
Let's leave that alone, shall we?
You're busy, mate.
Huh? Well, if we're going to go there, I fucking hate him. Despise him. I don't care who knows that. I'm sure most people I'm in contact with do know that. So there we go.
Love it. Other opinions are available.
Shall we move quickly on?
Yeah. Could get a bit rogue otherwise.
So yeah, let's move on, because the women played their second game of their existence and pre-season programme on Wednesday of last week against Southend United. Alan, you were there. You were in the tunnel. It was I thought a really good, solid performance against a side that last season were pushing for promotion to Tier 5.
It was a lot better than the Brentwood game. I think you could tell that just after one game, the girls sort of clicked a bit better. Fitness was up. I think they're all kind of sticking to Jodie's fitness plan of them running at least 4K a day or something like that. I can't remember what he said. But
Modelled on my good self.
yeah,
Is that because there's an ice cream van driving by?
He said
This is one
4K,
of the-
not 4 steps.
yeah, I think the improvement is there. It could have been a bit different because we got a penalty quite early on, which was missed. But other than that, it was a good watch.
And there was a goal disallowed as well at 0-0.
Yeah,
So there was a
yeah,
sort
about
of
that side.
there was that sort of 5-minute spell, wasn't there? We had the goal disallowed, there was the penalty miss, and then Southend took the lead. So it was all, like you say, it could have been very different. But there was definitely, you could see the patterns of play, like Richard, you were saying with the Canby game for the men the other night. You could definitely see sort of patterns of play starting to emerge. And after 2 games against, like I say, a really good established side, that's a really encouraging thing to see.
Yeah, I didn't have the pleasure of being there, but I did go to the Brentwood game. What was that, 3 weeks ago now? Maybe 4? Can't remember. But yeah, and I watched your fantastic post-match interview, Lee, with Jody. It's the only compliment you're going to get out of me. And he, Jody was obviously, I got the vibe he was quite pleased but quite frustrated at the same time. I got the vibe from him that it's a fine margins. If that penalty goes in, it may well have been a different game. But I hear from others that were there, there was quite a spectacular goalkeeping performance as well from our goalkeeper.
Yes, there was. Yeah, I cannot remember her name. I don't think I actually got told her name because I'm not sure if it's been all made official yet as being signed on. But
Trialist A then, yeah.
Sorry,
Trialist A.
Trialist A, yeah, yeah. But she was phenomenal. There was a couple of really top draw saves. There was one where she's clawed it out of the top corner late on. I think just overall she sort of played that from the back well. She was confident under a high ball. She swept up really well, sort of out of her 18-yard box as well. So I think that's a really solid sign. Alan, as a fellow goalkeeper.
All 3 of us, by the way. Just
all 3,
I'm that she done everything that you don't do as a goalkeeper. But but yeah,
she did what I did as a goalkeeper, but she just did it a lot better.
Yeah, a lot better. But yeah, as you said, just the sharpness off the line. It tells coming for high balls, and the control at the back, seeing the ball getting passed back to her, then moving it through sideways. It does help that she can play football, because I think the game previous she actually played out in midfield.
Oh, did she really?
We've got our own Hannah Hampton. Happy days.
Yeah. So I think we took a couple of knocks. Instead of her going in goal for the second half, she just went out in midfield.
Wow.
So
okay. Yeah, she's definitely better than you, Lee.
Yeah.
But Lee, you said there, and so remind me, Lee, Malden ladies are step 7. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
And you said at the start of this section that Southend were pushing to get into step 5. So did they get to step 5 or
no?
Okay.
No, I think there was only one went up from that league last season, which I believe was Hutton. So Southend is still obviously the league below or above us rather. But
yeah,
they did have a striker on Wednesday who's previously played for Chelmsford City, and she's just an absolute goal machine. And I saw her walk out, and I just thought, wow, we might be in a bit of trouble here. But apart from the hat trick she scored, we kept her quite quiet. So,
but I suppose when you put that into context, that's a team I'm assuming have been established for a couple of years against a group of girls who perhaps didn't know each other 6 weeks ago that have now played 2 games together and have not shown themselves up from what I hear and from what I saw against Brentwood. So only speaks sort of positivity from what I see in here. So that's really good. And
it shouldn't go unmentioned that I don't know who it was, Alan. You might be able to dig me out of a hole here, but there was a header from one of our centre backs onto the crossbar to clear the ball in the second half.
Yeah, I originally thought
it was outrageous.
I originally thought it was Georgia, but I'm not quite sure who it was.
You would have seen the headband if it was Georgia.
I don't think it was Georgia.
There was 2 of them on the goal line, like close to each other. But from my angle, I thought it was her, but it wasn't. I don't know who it was, but she deserves credit, whoever it was.
Yeah, whoever it was, because
Try to be.
I don't think they were even on the goal line. They were sort of more towards the 6-yard line.
Mm.
So there's a bit of a scramble. The ball's been put back in, and obviously the Southend players seen an open goal and just tries to loop it over. And whoever it is has just got up and just flicked it onto the bar. It was absolutely incredible.
Clearance wouldn't have counted anyway because it was offside, but who cares?
They weren't to know that.
No,
I
exactly.
would take those saves as a goalkeeper that I didn't know anything about. So
that's all of them, then. And I suppose those that don't know, a bit of a shout out for you two, because you're officially part of the ladies' media team. I think I can say so.
apparently so.
I mean, standard obviously not that high, but you're going to be following home and away if you weren't already. So I think Al, you've got X at your fingertips, and Lee, you're doing whatever you're doing.
You've made him out to seem like the biggest creep and perv ever there.
I've got the mic for the home games, I think, and then I think Alan's basically volunteered me for sort of like Malden's very own Jeff Shreves, but only slightly less annoying.
I have so many comments, but I will leave it and let you resemble yourself as Jeff Shreves. If anyone's watched Soccer AM, I think you're more like Frankie Fryer, but you're not there. No, you should.
No.
But I mean, what that does mean is there's going to be plenty of coverage throughout the season for the ladies' side, which is brilliant. And yeah, some people won't be able to make every game, so I'm sure there'll be times where someone's jetting off to Australia, so they can't be there. But yeah, it's going to be good to see that coverage sort of go out on social media and get the publicity it deserves.
Exactly. But I must say again, attendance on that game was 211, which
was it really? Wow.
Impressive again for the women. Also, we had Mr. Chairman there, Ross banging his drum with Trev, I think.
Yeah, I did see some pictures, I think, of that, which is great. Yeah, the more supporters we can get to those games is great. But Lee, what was your take on it? Obviously, you didn't see the Brentwood game, but what was it like seeing all those the numbers in attendance and sort of the general vibe around the club?
It was brilliant. Like we've said before, obviously we put together this document or plan or kind of a wish list almost of what a women's team would look like when the old owners were in charge. Thankfully they're gone now, so we've got owners in who have actually seen the value of having a women's side and obviously want to give it a platform to sort of be seen and promote it as well. So yeah, just to be there and actually see it in the flesh was brilliant. And like I say, the performance was fantastic considering how new that side is. And then like Alan says, you see the numbers in attendance, and there's definitely an appetite for it. And hopefully, obviously, with what England did on Sunday, that will continue to grow, because that's where kind of the legacy of what England have done comes in, because that's where everything starts, isn't it? These players that get their start at a local non-league club or whatever. And so if you've enjoyed watching England give you a heart attack through the summer, come and watch Malden give you a heart attack throughout the season.
Yeah, I suppose, Lee, you go back 3 years, and obviously the ladies' game, the women's game, it's fair to say, has transitioned quite a bit, I think, since the Lionesses had their original success. How do you think it's going to change, just on the Lionesses in particular? How do you think their legacy is going to develop now? They've retained their crown, and they'll have it for 4 years now, not 3 in theory.
Yeah, well, if there's another global pandemic, we might have it longer.
I wouldn't wish that on anyone, but
who knows? But yeah, I think 3 years ago, I mean, you only have to see the difference in attendances for the kind of celebrations. 3 years ago at Trafalgar Square, there was 7,000. On Tuesday, there was 65,000.
Of which you were one, by the way.
I was, yeah. Yeah, I was. It was, just really cool to see. I've said I didn't think I'd ever see England win a trophy, but to have been there to see them, celebrate retaining it on penalties, which is madness in itself is something. And the legacy thing is where it comes in, but it needs. I think Ian Wright said it, so I'm going to steal Ian Wright's bit wholesale. But obviously, the players have done their job now. Now it's up to the clubs to get behind their women's sides and promote it and push it and invest in it and continue to drive it on. And then it's up to the fans to get out and support it as well. Because if the fans don't get out and support it, it just gives these owners more of an excuse not to do anything with it and just let it kind of wither away on the sideline. So it needs everyone just to kind of get on board and give it the push and promotion it deserves.
Yeah, and clubs like ours and others that are setting that, I don't know, example, I guess, at a lower level, compared to WSL or WSL2 or whatever. But yeah, I hope more clubs follow suit and, small things, covering expenses or giving the players tracksuits or, the players don't have to pay to play. I think, the more of that we see, for me, it can only be a positive, right? So.
Yeah, and it's easy to say these things, but the clubs and I include ours in this, and I've got no doubt that we will, but the clubs that are saying these things and promising these things have now got to live up to it and say and kind of prove they're not just words. We actually do have the substance behind this to push it on.
Mm. Yeah. So you reckon we'll win the World Cup in 2 years, Lee?
Let's just enjoy this first, shall we?
Oh, back to being a pessimist, are you? Okay.
Not at all. But it's it's the game has gone on in the 3 years since we first won the Euros. It's only going to push on in the next 2 years as well. So it was more difficult to win this Euros, I think, obviously because we had the target on our back. But I think it'll be more difficult than it was in 2023 to win the World Cup. But we've got a chance.
Yeah, and last question for you, Lee, before we move on back to Malcolm Tiptree, because I like your passion for the Lionesses, so I'd like this opportunity to ask you questions, I guess. But how far do you think Serena can take the ladies, and do you feel that it would be good to go out on a high right now?
No, she can't leave.
Because it has been rumoured in the press that, is it best to go out on a high or go out after the next World Cup? But I suppose she's taken them so far, how far do you think she can take them, I guess?
I mean, she's got to 5 finals in a row. She's won 3 of them. I think she could win us the World Cup, but obviously luck plays a part in that.
Of course.
And
the Americans have got something to say about it, I guess.
Yeah, you've got the Americans with Emma Hayes, who will definitely want to kind of get back on their pedestal. But so yeah, I don't get this whole going out on a high thing. Not now, anyway. I think the FA have come out and said she's not for sale at any price anyway. So
it'd be her decision, I guess. Then, if that was everything.
I mean, the only question is where's her statue going?
Yeah, I did see she's going to be offered an honorary damehood. Is it? I think at some point.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So, I suppose next for the Jammers ladies, I did see on social media, I think it was you, Al, that posted perhaps that they're looking for some pre-season games as well to sort of fill their schedule until their season starts, which is September. Is that right, Lee? Or Al, you may know?
I believe so. Early September, yeah.
September. They start later than the next 2 leagues up, but they are continuously looking for games and fixtures, friendlies to go through. I think it's been a bit hard because we're a brand new team. It took a while for us to get the ball rolling as such. And quite a few teams have already got their pre-season friendlies lined up.
Yeah.
And just trying to find them fit in.
Yeah. And also, I'm guessing it's holiday season, and some of these girls would have, I'm assuming, men too, because I think Jack Corley's on holiday right now, would have had holidays booked before they knew they were going to be playing for Malcolm Tiptree. So I guess that's another thing in the conundrum that Jodie's got to navigate through, I guess.
With that as well, you've got to think of the age of some of the girls as well, like coming out of maybe uni, college, and it's off term as well, so it's ideal time for them to go away. It's a bit of a ball ache for Jody. Let's not lie about that, but it's to be expected. It's not
Yeah.
a professional or semi-professional like it is from Mould and Tiptree men, where they're being paid a very good wage to play.
Mm.
The girls are still being treated like within the structure of what women's football is. We're offering quite a lot, but they're still not that
Yeah.
incentive for them not to go away, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, for sure.
I mean, a week in Zanzi, you can't say no to that, can you? So,
Lee, do you even know where Zanti is at your age?
I went there. It was a while ago.
Was that 18 to 30s territory?
I think it was 1830 when I went.
That was good from you. Yeah, that would be a long time ago. So I suppose looking forward then, after Saturday, we go home again to the men I'm talking about. Sorry, we go Redbridge the week after, I think, which is the 9th, first home league game. And then away to Downham. Is it Down? No. Is it Downham? On the Tuesday. Need to check my stats now. I should know. I just finished the programme. Hold the line calling. Because you two obviously know. So
Grantham.
I was close. Grantham.
Yeah. You go
the
to
same
Downham,
direction.
we'll see you there.
Yeah. You'd probably prefer that. And they're a new team as well. So they're going to be a new entity, I guess, in the league. So is that close for you, Lee? Grantham must be a home game for you, isn't it?
It's a lot closer than I thought, actually. It's just kind of near Manningtree, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah, not a million miles away from where I am. So it'll be nice to have kind of a relatively short drive home on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, thanks. I think we're trying to arrange for those locals. We're trying to arrange the JFA fan bus, which we're working with the club on. So watch this space if you're listening. We are trying to arrange a fun bus trip out to Brantham on the Tuesday. So
try and look for possible drivers.
Yes, those that have a relevant license that are of an age where they would have had one, not like my good self. I think it's a D1 license. I think you need to have, which you've probably got, Lee. I guess you're obviously a mile away, but
I haven't.
Have you got
actually.
You haven't.
No.
Did you not pass at 17 then?
You didn't have to take a driving test when I was learning, so. But I didn't pass until I was 21.
Makes sense. Oh dear. Okay, yeah. So, anything else on your agenda, Al, for this episode?
To be honest, mate, I've come in here with absolutely nothing planned, nothing.
Are you trying to suggest we're not
away?
But yeah, I think just try and plug the socials for the women's and the JFA to boost them up. I'm sure you can get them up for Instagram and
I can certainly give it a go. Yeah. So I was just looking actually to see what I've missed. The one thing I was going to mention was the darts night that's being planned at the club on the 30th of August. If you're a darts fanatic like some of us, or maybe not. It is, yeah. Have I mentioned it? I'll only be 29. I know some think I'm older, but I will only be 29. Yeah. So there's a. I feel downhill, boy.
Into the wind.
Yeah. No, carry on.
Straight into the
yeah. Fuck you. You throw me off now. What was I saying? Yeah, darts night on the 30th of August. Darts day rather on the 30th of August. You could win £1,000. Lee, you can make up the numbers. I've seen your wrist action throwing a dart.
It's the Concord game, isn't it? I'm not
yes.
there that week.
It might be an FA Cup game, hopefully.
Yeah.
So hopefully it won't be Concord in the nice, no disrespect to Concord catchphrase. Yeah, hopefully it'll be an FA Cup game, fingers crossed. So where are you, Lee? Somewhere nice?
I am in Aldborough for the weekend. We are having a lads' weekend away in Aldborough because that is how.
Tell me you're approaching 40 with that. Tell me you're approaching 40.
I'm okay with it.
I'm sure you are.
Not approaching 40, but.
Great fish and chips, mate.
Yes. Yeah. Was it been rated like the best fish and chips in the UK or something, isn't it?
Unreal.
Look forward to the photos.
And there's going to be no photos of this weekend.
Okay.
Not like the barbecue on Saturday night where there was about 4 of you taking a picture of me as soon as I went near it.
It wasn't like the pap. Well, you did go near it 5 times, so we had plenty of opportunity.
I just enjoyed the fact there was a picture of you taking a picture of me.
There's another song in there, Lee, I think, somewhere. Knowing you, knowing me, innit?
Oh, I was thinking a picture of you.
Oh, wow, you are old.
Not a picture of you in my mind.
Well, if we had any listeners left, we now don't. I suppose before we finish then, next podcast, we are trying to line up a guest. If I'd have been more organised, we would have had one for tonight. But lastminute.com, unfortunately. Next one will be quite exciting, I think. It should be who we spoke about earlier, because I have seen him. I popped to the club earlier. So he would be honoured to join us, were the words. And I quote...
Let's see if he's saying that after the podcast.
Yeah, I think feel like we might have to be a little bit more classy for his presence. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, you certainly, yeah.
Yeah. I've got 2 weeks to prepare, so I should be all right. But yeah, a couple of weeks' time. So between now and then, we've got 3 games, I think.
And hopefully a few more women's games as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
Are we done?
All right. Are we done?
I think we're done.
I can't bear to look at you anymore tonight, Lee. I've had enough of you. So
Well,
I'm
on
done.
that note, I think we should just say, get following the women on Twitter and social media, and start promoting them. And yeah, give us a follow on Twitter at Pump Up the Jam 8.
And see you Saturday.
See you Saturday, Buckhurst Hill. No disrespect, apparently.
No disrespect.
Right. See you later, guys.